Hello everyone, I'm Hugo.
And I'm Jake.
And this is Jake Reads Your Comments, number, let's say, Jackalope.
Number Jackalope.
Yep.
Because I fucked it up.
Jake fucked up the numbering, so now the
just...
numbers mean nothing. So yeah, Jake's here to read more of your comments, and he's going to talk about them, and I'm probably going to get in on it too, because...
We've been double teaming these so hard.
Yeah.
Oh, we're a very specific porn search.
So here we go. First comment comes from the Atheist Bible Study. Oh, is it number 1? Jesus. Yep. This comes from the Atheist Bible Study number 1 video, which
is... throwback!
Yeah, 78 episodes ago.
And 3 years, almost, in July?
Jesus Christ.
September? When the fuck did we...
Who knows? It doesn't matter. It's a terrible video anyway.
It's really bad.
So Jonathan Miller says, "It is not that you are sharing your opinions. That is almost always fine and helpful. It's that you seem to purely hate the Bible, which is okay if it's your opinion, and your videos seem to be about just hating on the Bible as opposed to actually giving the other side a chance to defend itself, if that makes sense. Religion is obviously a huge deal in the world, and just hating on it and joking about it because you don't like it is just rude." And then he goes on to say, like, well, it is your right to do so, but I just... wondered why.
Well, we don't hate the Bible.
No.
We've said this several times. I actually enjoy reading the book. Some parts a lot more than others. I actually like the Jesus stuff a lot because it's interesting to see as the myth progresses.
Yeah.
What things, like Lazarus is a good example. The first time it's brought up, it's a parable, and it was just a guy Lazarus and making this up as it go. And the next time he's a real guy.
Yeah.
So it's just interesting to me.
I would say if this person... I don't know what they watched. If they only watched the first one...
They said videos, though.
Well, they might have
Which
just...
is why I assumed that maybe they've seen a couple and decided to go back to the first one, because they thought, this is where I'll plant my seed.
If they only watched the first one, I could see that more, because especially when we first started, I'd say we were a little more just humorous and just making fun of it. But as we've gone, no, I think we certainly... It's a humorous show. It's not necessarily supposed to be... super informative all the time. It's an entertainment show.
Yeah,
we're entertainment.
The idea behind the show really is you're not going to read the fucking thing without us.
Yeah.
So, I mean, every 3 times a month, we'll try to make it happen.
Yeah.
Because it can be a dry read. And also, a lot of people say, oh, you take that out of context. Well, it's important to keep it all in context, so we read straight through the fucking thing. And, we got to keep you engaged in it. So, as far as this whole giving a chance to defend itself, isn't the idea that the Bible doesn't need to defend itself because it's the Bible?
Yeah, I would also say that... Would you say that to any other thing that's about something else? Like, if you were watching a show, for instance, by Republicans about politics, or by Democrats about politics, and it's not a news program, it is purely a political interest show... Would you say, well, why don't you give the other side a chance to defend itself? Because there are other places for that. This is a place for people who are atheists and don't think the Bible is true to talk about it in such a way that speaks to them.
Yeah. Also, we have Christian fans who also are totally like, oh yeah, I am with you on that. And they disagree sometimes, they agree other times, and it's fine. And then he goes on to say something in the bottom paragraph, like, hey, if you just let, Christians on every once in a while to defend us, that's not interesting. That's just a debate. You get that on the Atheist Experience. You get that on plenty of other places. That's something we're interested in. And
just because we making fun of something doesn't mean you hate something. We make fun of the Bible. I don't hate the Bible.
We make fun of a lot of things. We made fun of, I don't know, paraplegics probably.
Yeah.
We made a joke once, and this is bizarre. We made a joke once saying dudes don't have vaginas, and we got a couple people mad saying that transgendered people exist.
But clearly we weren't talking about that. We were making a joke.
No matter what we do, we're gonna offend someone. So fuck it, right?
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. We're not hating on anything. Yeah. The Bible's as good as any other religious text. Yeah, which is not very good, but still, you got something.
So basically, point you should take: we don't hate the Bible. This is a comedy show. I love you, Jonathan. Sort of.
This is from the Fireproof Review, which is one of our wonderful Christian movie reviews. And this is...
starring the Kirkster!
Yep. Jashada Jashharder.
Jashharder says...
Why do you guys do this? What do you get out of reviewing Christian movies and saying bad stuff and not truly understanding the movie? This is just a question. I'm not against you or anything. I just don't have an atheist friend, and I've wanted to ask in an atheist point of view why they don't believe in God, or why they hate God, or anything like that. I hope you could answer. Thanks.
I'm so glad the caveat was tacked on to the end, because the first part is like something we get all the time, and I would have dismissed it.
Yeah.
What do you do this for? Well, to answer the first part, assuming you were being an asshole and then retracted, because I'm an asshole and I want to be mean to you. We do it because it's fun, and that's the only reason. I mean, really, this was a labor of love from the beginning. We just kind of enjoy hanging out together and talking about this shit and bullshitting, and it accidentally turned into a job, and we enjoy shitty movies, and Christian shitty movies are like the cream of the crop of shitty movies, and it just so happens to tie into the premise of the show. I mean, we've done it on Unpop, too. We did Face Off, which is a shitty.
Yeah, I know. Nobody asks on our movie review channel, Unpop, why did you review Face Off if you hate it, you bastard?
Why did you steal, you fuck? Why do you watch Goosebumps? Because they suck, and it's hilarious that they suck. Because they tried so fucking hard to make it not suck, and they failed with Nicolas Cage, Shaq, or a sponge, if you're watching the Goosebumps. So, I mean, it's like, as far as the second part of the question, wanting to ask atheists because you don't know any, that's a good idea. I think more people should do that, and that's kind of why I like Ask an Atheist Day is a thing, because not a lot of people, especially in the deep Christian community, think that atheist equals devil worshiper. I actually got called a devil worshiper the other day, in person.
Which has nothing to do with his atheism. He's just a demon.
Yeah, I am a demon. I guess it wasn't in person. It was on Facebook by people that knew me personally but didn't know I was an atheist. And we're like, oh, so you're the devil. And then several people were like, no, that's not at all what that is. But, why don't we believe in God? Several reasons. I guess it just doesn't add up given all the evidence that we have. That's really the short answer. I don't hate God, and not many self-identifying informed atheists do. That's a misotheist or a mesotheist, however you want to say it. Which would be someone who believes God exists but think he's unjust, which I do not. I think he would be unjust if he existed, but I don't think he exists, so I don't hate him.
I pretty much agree with everything you said. I just don't think God exists because there's a lack of evidence pointing to that.
What I don't like when atheists respond to this is, you can't hate something that doesn't exist. I fucking hate Joffrey, okay? I hated Joffrey. Some people hated Voldemort. You can, but not obviously not in a pragmatic, active way. But you can hate the idea of something, sure,
without it existing.
And I think that's more. Maybe some atheists do hate the idea of God, and I think that's valid.
I hate the fictional character of God.
That's me too.
But I consider it a character, and it doesn't have a bearing on real life. It's like,
it doesn't have a bearing on whether or not I believe in it.
No, not at all.
So I think the way that question is phrased to us a lot, atheists in general, but also, I mean, we get that shit a lot. I don't think that's a good way to phrase it. I think a better way to phrase it would be like, if God existed, would you hate him? Or is hating him somehow diminishing your ability to believe? Like something more cerebral than, why do you hate God? So,
because you're begging the question. You're already assuming that thing is true. You're asking a question that makes assumptions.
When did you stop beating your wife, basically? Yeah.
Yeah. This is from our video reviewing the movie For the Bible Tells Me So, which, if you didn't know, was about gay marriage and stuff, and about
families coping with, or not coping so much with, having gay children.
Yeah. So Lady Cheyenne, parentheses, the K Cheyenne.
Shane?
Cheyenne?
Is it Shane?
Is it Shane or Cheyenne?
I don't know.
Shane. It's probably Shane, you're right. She isn't. I like that it's not only Lady Shane, though, it's like AKA
she has a nickname?
The Shane.
Like is that
Kashane.
Is that like do you sell drugs or are you just well known in the community?
She fights crime.
Go to the Kashane. Yeah, she fights crime.
It's the Kashane. Everyone's scattered.
She has a Kashane-orang.
Anyway, she says, it's bullshit when parents disown their children for any reason. Parents are supposed to have unconditional love for the lives they created. My son could murder every person in a hospital nursery and eat a couple of them. Not all of them, a couple of them. but I wouldn't stop loving him. I'd be really disappointed, grossed out, and scared of him, but I couldn't stop loving him.
This is the best fucking comment. First of all, the point she's making is fuck parents who don't accept their gay children or LGBT kids, I guess.
Or anything they disapprove of, really.
Right, yeah.
She took it to an extreme, though.
But if your gay kids, assume they were gay, and you're like, I accept your gay stuff, like you fuck dudes or chicks or whatever, similar genitalia slapping together, all for it. But if they murder a hospital full of people and cannibalize a few of them, no, you don't get to like them anymore. You don't get to even enjoy the being alive. Like, okay, I understand parents' love. I know plenty of parents. Some of my close friends are parents. My mom's a parent. But gotta say, I don't find parents with air quotes unconditional love a positive. I don't know. Everything has a limit. If your kid raped and murdered your immediate family but left you alive, just don't love them anymore. No. They're a bad person. It's not all on you. No. Maybe some nurture had something to do with it.
Maybe they're just cunts. Some people are just cunts.
Yeah, some people are just...
Especially the people who eat hospital patients, apparently. I'm sure your kid is wonderful and would never do this.
I hope not. Jesus Christ.
But if they do, we're going to hear about it on the news, and we're going to be famous for talking about it before it happened. You're welcome.
Slap hands.
These are going to be 3 comments, all in a video where we were talking about the Quran Reloaded, because we're doing a contest for the logo right now, and we had some stipulations, and these are all comments this person made on that video, and we're going to read them all and then respond to them. Samuel527 first says, I swear to God, if you guys pussy out and treat the Quran with kid gloves, or pull a fucking Karen Armstrong and start praising Islam, I will feed you to bears. I assume you mean feed and not fed. Learn your tenses before you backtalk, bitch.
Karen Armstrong?
I don't know who that is.
I don't know either. I assume she's a bitch.
Samuel527, I'm expecting humorous pictures of Muhammad while you're reading the Quran, kind of like what you do for the Bible. And also, the final one, I don't know what you consider to be vicious. You spelled vicious really, really wrong. Not even...
Vacuous.
You spelled vicious so wrong, your spell check probably didn't even notice that. I'm gonna be totally honest. It's so wrong. I don't know what you're trying to say. You're trying to say vicious, but it's so wrong it makes the rest of the sentence incomprehensible. I don't know what you consider to be vicious, but when I was a fundy, I hate the term fundy. Ugh. When I was a fundy, I found stuff like South Park and Family Guy to be wildly offensive and vicious.
Oh, there it is.
That's closer.
That's a good one.
I do not doubt I would have found TBR's criticisms to be very biting and unforgiving.
Okay, so given all those, basically the point is, and for some reason... we keep getting preemptive shit for Quran Reloaded from atheists. Being like, I hope you don't fucking not do it right. We're gonna do it the same way we do the Bible Reloaded, first of all. Are we cunts up to Christians directly about this? Very rarely. So pretty much what's gonna happen is, we're gonna read some Quran. We're gonna make B- jokes. You're gonna giggle. You're gonna be like, why did I click this? We might show some funny pictures and memes, probably cats. We'll have a neat intro. We'll tell you about t-shirts when they it'll be the same fucking show,
but with the
Quran. Why do people all think you're gonna be really kind to the Quran?
No,
we're gonna read it and we're gonna be like, oh, that's bullshit. Here's why it's bullshit. We're not gonna be like, oh, Muhammad, peace be upon him. No, I don't care. Do you think I have any reverence at all for Muhammad or Islam in general? No, we don't. We're not Muslims. It doesn't make any sense. This is my other one. You're gonna get bombed. Not every fucking Muslim wants to murder people. I know Muslims. They all seem kind. We have a card right here. A business card from a Muslim we worked with not too long ago. Nice dude.
Yeah.
Nicest guy on the panel that wasn't our friend.
There you go.
Jeremiah Bannister.
He was nice. He was nicer than the Christian who was on that panel.
He was a nice guy. I forget his name. What's his name?
He was there to actually...
Dawood. Dawood Walid. He was a nice dude.
Yeah, he was actually there to have a discussion, because it was like a panel where it was atheist, Christian, and Muslim.
Nice guy. Actually, I plan on talking to him before we get it full swing into the Quran.
Yeah.
And I'd like to know his opinion on where we should start. So guys, we're going to go at this...
the same we do the Bible.
Same way. I have no idea why people are freaking out. We've gotten so many comments about either we're gonna die, which we're not worried about, or we're gonna be pussyfoot around the subject. No. If when Muhammad marries a little girl, we're gonna be talk about that's fucked up.
We're gonna show pictures of illustrations of Muhammad. I'm sure we're not gonna show ones.
We're not gonna do it just gratuitously. It's not.
That's what I think. People want us to just show.
Is that it?
I think some people want us to show pictures of things going up Muhammad's ass and him jerking off.
That's so fucking stupid and lowbrow, though. I mean, we're lowbrow, but that's gratuitous
just
shock
and stupid.
Value. That's I don't know. That's shock jock. Look at all the absurd things I can say to get people to look at me. I don't know. We're not about that.
I'd like to think we'll never be there. I'd like to think we'll never be at that point.
That'll be our third or fourth shark jump.
It'd be the same thing as if, I think once we showed a picture of, or at least I have it on my computer, so we probably used it at some point, Jesus fucking a sheep.
Yeah, he was behind a sheep, but I think we were talking about people fucking sheep.
Yeah,
so if we talk about Muhammad fucking sheep, we'll probably find a picture of Muhammad fucking a sheep.
Right, but we're not just going to use it for no reason.
Right, we're not going to say the word Allah or Muhammad and you're going to get some fucking sheep picture. It's just going to be the guy that we chose to represent that.
Unless we talk about him fucking
Neil
sheep
Patrick Harris,
or fucking
obviously.
children, and then we're going to, it'll all make sense. I don't know why you people worry so much. It's not to mention the fact that this is just a YouTube show, so it's not like if it's ruined, you're like, no, my life. No. If it is, then god damn it, you need to worry about some other stuff.
We're not even worried about it that much.
No, and this is our fucking job, so... This is from Atheist Bible Study number 75. 75, we've done so many of those.
We're almost to 80.
We should do something special for the 100th. I don't know what we'll do, but...
We'll take our pants off and record.
Okay, sure.
Like all the other
Wouldn't we have to put our underpants on? Because normally we do this without anything from the waist down.
We have to, I guess, I don't know, nipple clamps, so we're in sort of pain.
Nipple clamps, but they'll be attached to each other, so we'll kind of have a tug-of-war going the whole time. Anyway, Trevor J. says, atheism is a faulty belief system. You have faith that there is no God. You preach atheism like any other religion, and atheism has killed more people in the last 100 years than Christianity and Judaism combined. Plus, atheists are more likely to be immature than Christians. The title of this video says so itself. Why not talk about something important like the Baltimore riots? Oh wait, that's not entertaining enough for your 12-year-old audience.
You're right. You win.
This is all the way back from Atheist Bible Study number 8.
Number 8?
Number 8?
The Ocho.
Tyler Dangle. Ooh, good name.
Pretty good name, Cotton.
Yeah.
That's the Ocho joke.
Yeah, I got it.
You're welcome.
Dodgeball, the critically acclaimed flop from the same year Anchorman came out.
With Rip Torn.
Anyway. I'm an atheist and I cannot and will not support gay marriage ever.
Uh-oh. This is going to be a good one.
I know. If you can't date a woman over the fact that she's a woman... Wow, terrible wording. If you can't date a woman over the fact that she's a woman and doesn't look like a man and doesn't have man parts, it's okay. You can say penis on the internet. You're shallow. If you can't emotionally connect to the opposite sex, you have emotional issues.
Oh.
We're a higher animal and can control how we behave.
Oh.
Just because it's hard to swim upstream does not mean you can't do it.
Unless you don't have arms. That would be difficult.
Yeah.
Or a jet ski.
Jet ski would be super helpful in this situation. We just need the sexual equivalent of a jet ski.
Apparently.
If one doesn't choose to swim upstream, they are lazy and immature people who do not develop correctly mentally for whatever reason and need to correct their issues effectively.
Pray the gay away.
If I was a murderer... Oh, this is going to be a good comparison, I can already tell.
I can tell, yeah.
If I was a murderer and needed to kill to feel fat and happy...
That's a weird...
I could never get that right.
Okay.
So why should deviants and those who stray from sexual norms get a free pass?
What's a sexual norm?
What's a sexual deviant, for that matter? Why the fuck do you care? Homosexual sex led to the development and spread of AIDS because
the development of AIDS.
Yeah, they were in their gay laboratories mixing it up like, ooh, I can't wait to put this in my asshole. Lesbian women are more prone to breast, and gay men are more prone to AIDS and anal cancers.
I assume breast cancer.
I assume
not just breasts.
They are prone to breasts. I'll give you that. I don't know this. I didn't even look up the stats
anal
for the cancers.
I'm gonna assume that might be a thing only because I don't think your prostate is supposed to get that much contact.
But I have no idea. But the breast thing makes
is
no
that
fucking sense.
Is that even a thing that you like? That's like. Smoking gives you lung cancer, therefore it is morally objectionable. No, it's not. not all gay guys take it up the butt, you know?
And not all straight guys don't take it up the butt. If you consider that, pegging is a thing. People get prostate massages.
Right. I'm not into it. I'm too ticklish.
Anyway.
But I kind of wish I was. I hear it's fantastic.
I hear it's just the tops.
The tops. Or the bottoms, because you're getting pegged. God, that was perfect. Anyways, so basically you're an idiot. And there's nothing I can do about it. Like you are. I don't understand how one can form this opinion on so little actual basis other than it's not normal.
This person is one of three things, and I talked to Jake about this earlier. This person is either 10 years old, which
that's probably
and pre-puberty, they're or bisexual.
I guess, but you'd think bisexual would have this kind of like view on sexuality to where I get it.
But the reason I say bisexual is because this person clearly doesn't understand sexual and emotional desire for another person.
Can't.
So
maybe they think like I'm attracted to everybody,
maybe they think maybe they're attracted to everybody and think everyone else is also, and therefore why doesn't everyone just go with the opposite gender? Like no, people are attracted to what they're attracted to, or they're asexual and just don't understand sexual attraction in any way, shape, or form.
It's gotta be something like that.
Or they're just an idiot. I don't know, but the fact is this person is coming from the perspective that you can force yourself to be attracted to something that you're not, and I don't know where you get that opinion unless you have such a warped sense of reality that you don't understand that sexual attraction exists.
I'm just saying, if that's something that you can force yourself to do, go fuck a dude.
Yeah.
Because it should work both ways. You shouldn't just have to swim towards the upstream. You should also be able to go with the flow of the river.
Unless this person is maybe lying to themselves and they are homosexual, and they're swimming against the current being their normal sexuality and saying, why doesn't everyone else? It's okay. Do it. If you're attracted to men, be attracted to men. If you're attracted to women, be attracted to women. If you're attracted to no one, be asexual, and that's cool too. Whatever. But don't be harping on other people's shit for no reason when it's not hurting anyone.
The thing about deviance is what really pisses me off about this.
Yeah, who are you?
Because I don't even know what deviancy would include other than people that do stuff that actively hurt the party that is probably not willingly participating.
Pretty much.
Because, pain is sometimes something that people want in bed. So, it's not only hurting other people, but hurting someone,
against
obviously
their will.
Rape.
Anything non-consensual, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. I would consider that sexual deviancy only because it's a deviant act and involves sex. There's nothing in my head that I can think of that you can do sexually and consensually that is deviant, in my opinion.
I've seen people shit into each other's mouths on the internet.
It's gross.
It's gross to me.
But I don't have a moral objection to it.
No, I'm like, that's disgusting. I hope I never have to see that again. But good on these people. I hope they enjoy their poop in their mouths.
I've seen people want to get punched right in the dick and have it hurt and I'm not into that. But I know people that are. And it's like...
That's your thing, man.
Whatever, you know? Sexuality is so much more fluid than people want to give it credit for, and I don't understand. And desire doesn't even have to be for people. Sometimes people want to fuck trees and buildings and bridges.
There's a lady who wants to fuck the Eiffel Tower, and she has done it. She has straddled it. I've seen it. And frankly, well, that is illegal, and she shouldn't... It's a little gross to be touching her vagina to, like, a public structure like that. I don't really think she's hurting anything as long as no one touches that handrail.
A lot of time they do slippery slope, like, they're gonna turn into pedophiles or people who want to fuck animals, and it's like... The only moral objection I have to people that fuck animals is that the animals can't consent, so it's almost always rape. I can't imagine a situation where it wouldn't be, just because of their cognitive disabilities, and same with kids. But yeah, I don't know, man. Tyler Daigle, I hope you figure your shit out, because this seems like you're extremely uninformed and probably pretty young, but maybe you're not, because your sentence structure, although kind of fucked up, you had commas and shit, and young people typically do not on the internet. Know. So I'm hoping that you're just a young person that just doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about.
So everyone go fuck whatever you want as long as there's consent involved. You know what? If it's like a tree or an inanimate object, I'll give you a pass. You don't even need consent because it can't be given from a tree, and a tree doesn't care.
Fuck your grandma?
Well, if it's consensual, I guess. I still don't think you should...
I think you should have better standards than fucking grandma, but hey,
if you two are into it, go fuck your grandma, I guess. That's your life, man. I don't want to hear about it, I'll be totally honest with you, but if that's your thing, get into that old wrinkly snatch.
Well said.
I'm gonna crochet that on a pillow. This is from the video For the Bible Tells Me So review, and Baron Diesel. Ooh, good name. That sounds like a Mad Max villain. I was gonna say, whatever.
Same difference.
I am Native American. You can say whatever you want about us pretty much without any bad things said to you. We are honestly the most discriminated against group in America, and it is ours. And then they go on to say in a second comment later, essentially, if someone said shit about us, you guys wouldn't say anything.
Yeah, we would.
Yeah.
I think we've openly said, like, you guys got fucked over really hard.
Oh, yeah.
Probably several times on this like... It's still racism.
Anytime you're judging other people based on solely on their race, that's racism.
And making a character distinction based upon the color of someone's skin or where they come from, it's racism. It just happens to black people more frequently because there's more
black people. That's a fact.
It doesn't. Same thing with Mexicans and Asians and other Hispanic nations besides Mexicans, but Mexicans get a bad rap because they're connected to us. So, Canadians probably don't experience that much racism.
No, but Native Americans. That sucks. I totally.
Yeah.
And
that's
awful.
I'm a history major, so I know Battle of Little Bighorn, totally fucked. Killing kids and shit. Yeah, it's all bad, and I feel really terrible, but there's nothing I can do about it.
I don't know what... I would never treat someone or say anything about someone who's Native American against their race, like...
And in Michigan, we have a huge Native American population, and everything's named after Native Americans, because this was... in French people.
And because this was their
Detroit, land. Antoine Delémaux Cadillac. He founded Detroit. It was a Fort de Troyes.
Yeah.
And then he wrote to the people in France and was like, "Hey, we got to make Frenchmen fuck and marry Native American ladies."
My great, I believe, grandmother was Native American. She was bartered with for furs by probably a Frenchman. It wouldn't surprise me if it was a Frenchman. Anyway, the way Native Americans get treated is shitty. I'm sorry,
totally
I don't have necessarily power to do anything about it as a person. But if it makes you feel better,
we're not
racist.
Yeah, I don't like the accusation that if someone said something bad about a Native American, you wouldn't say shit. If someone was openly racist about a Native American in front of me, I'd be like, "Fuck you."
I'd say that about any race. If anyone was like, even if someone was like.
Well, I think it's because Native Americans are so very few. I think it's the point that he thinks no one gives a shit.
It's because they're an unrepresented group because they're such a small percent. And I understand that, and that sucks. But I'm sorry, I didn't do that. I didn't do that to you personally. And this is the last one. This is from our Ask Hugo number 18 video, sniping my questions again.
You know it.
Dick. Daft Pony says, "Hey guys, this is a question about your unpopular culture channel. By the way, link right here."
Ding.
Anyway. Would you ever consider doing a playthrough of Silent Hill games, preferably 2 or 3? I also want to say I'm loving your Fallout New Vegas playthrough. Kenneth is an example to us all.
Probably not Silent Hill. The idea with the playthroughs is we're probably not ever going to finish a game because it's not... Those go on for like 70 fucking episodes sometimes. And I don't think either of us are interested in that. And I don't think many people are interested in seeing any of that anymore. Well, there's places to go for real Let's Plays where they walk through an entire game. Maybe Silent Hills if we want to see Hugo freak out or something. But
we can't anymore.
Those are
got canceled.
Not the new Silent Hill, but the old ones. The PT, the really awesome...
They took it off the PlayStation Store,
too.
They took it off? Because they're like, they don't want anyone else to see it because it got canceled. I still have it, though, so I can still play it, but...
That's super awesome.
I know, I hope Kojima... gets hired somewhere else to do something very similar because that looked like it was going to be
Norman Reedus too. It looked like it was going to be fantastic. Yep. But no, those are really slow-paced games, and kind of the idea is something that we can sit right now. Hugo's playing the Fallout New Vegas. We're doing the Kenneth thing. He'll sit and play. I'll sit next to him and watch. But I don't think either of us wants to watch item management stuff or you know what I mean. Silent Hill has a lot of puzzles like Resident Evil does. It's not interesting. It's not. What is interesting is when we can make a character and make it our own, like Kenneth. And if you guys don't know, right now we're doing a playthrough called The Adventures of Kenneth, and he's a guy who's in the Mojave Wasteland of New Vegas in Fallout, and he won't kill, he won't steal, and he definitely won't approve of your lifestyle.
Yeah. And that's basically, we get to do a character, we make jokes the whole time, and we definitely edit a lot of stuff out, so we're editing around a thing. We're making kind of it's a journey. Yeah. It's a road trip movie, but shit.
Yeah, and actually we have, because we like Kenneth so much. We'll probably do him for the other Bethesda games that we have, too. So you could probably assume he's going to be showing up in Skyrim, Fallout 3, and the new Fallout 4, which is coming out, which we are super fucking pumped about.
Yeah, we should probably do a video on Unpop about the trailer.
Yeah, and we probably will. So for those of you who don't know, Unpop, full relaunch, back into it.
Yeah, we're doing at least a video a week now.
Yeah,
so.
It's been actually closer to 2 recently because we've been doing very well with it. So when we see movies and stuff, we've been putting them out. So yeah, we have 2 parts of Kenneth. We have some Daredevil stuff that we've been talking about that's been really entertaining. We've done Hugo saw Tomorrowland, Jake did not.
So where I describe a movie that I saw and Jake didn't, and I tell him how shitty it was.
We did Mad Max,
which was a great movie
that you should all go see, and we've done some other shit, and I think you guys will enjoy it. We're also going to do a Goosebumps, and that'll come out around the 23rd. And people really liked our Goosebumps Abridged last time, so you guys should check that out.
If you like listening to us talk about religion topics, and sometimes on like Ask Hugo's, we'll talk about movies and stuff. If you like that, and you want to see us do it more full-time, movie stuff and TV show stuff, that's over there.
Yep. And we're going to do Jurassic World and Inside Out, 2 movies coming out soon. So yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. And that concludes Jake Reed's Number Jackalope.
Yep. So you can always follow Jake on Twitter at Bible Reloaded.
You can follow Hugo at Hugo Reloaded.
You can donate to our Patreon campaign, which is always up and running on that wonderful Patreon website.
And because we reached our $1,000 goal, we are in works for the Quran Reloaded. So if you have a logo design or a theme song submission you want to throw at us, email it to sciencebless@gmail.com. Hit us up on our Facebook or on Twitter or here in the comments, but that's less efficient because we probably won't ever see them because we get a shit ton and we try really hard to keep up with them, but there's only 2 of us. You can subscribe. I don't know why you're here if you didn't subscribe.
Yeah.
So for some reason these get popular sometimes. I think it's because of our titles, maybe?
Yeah, sometimes. Like the Duggar one got quite a few views and we got some subscribers from that.
That's weird.
Yeah.
But I'm glad they liked it.
Oh, yeah, totally.
So, so do things. I don't know how to close out the show anymore.
I usually do. Let me do it. Let me do it for you.
Okay, wait.
Shh, let me feed you, baby bird.
Oh.
Shh. Until next time, I'm Hugo.
And I'm Jake.
And this has been Jake Reads Your Comments.
Number Jackalope.
We're whispering. We're in your head now.
This is like easy listening.
Left side of your head.
Right side.
I hope that's correct. I don't know which side is which.
I don't know if these are even...
Fuck it!
I think it's stereo.